Peace and power, peace and power. Welcome back. Y'all, I have not been over here. My apologies. I am logging in. So tonight we are starting a new book club series. We're gonna read 41 Shades of Men by Princella the Queen Maker. The process of this book, since when what I'm getting from her is that she is making queens. And when you talk about queens, she's not speaking of, like queen in a sense of ruling. She's talking about chess and how the queen can move however she want to move on the board, and getting to the status in dating to where you can move around where you want to because you're able to recognize certain things when it comes to men. A lot of women did not grow up in two parent homes, mostly without their fathers. And so we're gonna keep that in mind. Now I done left my cup around this house. I went to check the curtains. So what I'm gonna do is play a clip of Princella talking about her book, and I'm gonna walk away and get my cup, and then we're gonna start the book. We're gonna start the introduction, all that, and hit chapter one up, and we're gonna keep reading till we finish. The reason why I'm doing this right now randomly is because in this season I usually suffer with mental depression. We are getting less sunlight, and so the less vitamin D sometimes equals to mental issues. We're also in Capricorn season, so where often this is the season where most suicides happen. And a lot of people are going through a lot of different things, and so one of the ways to keep my mind busy is I read. Now I'm going to go over here. Um, Hold on. Yeah, let me log off of here. I am just sharing this on my platform, making sure I shared the link. Yeah. So I'm going to log off. I am detaching from social media for a little while. I feel like it really often does cause more harm than it does good, especially if you're consuming large amounts of Facebook. There's other platforms that also cause mental issues, but this is one that is often talked about. And so again, I'm just sharing this video to my channel, and then we're gonna get into the book. Give me one moment. Okay. So the name of the book again is 41 Shades of Men. That's what we're reading tonight. I'm logging off all social media again so that we can focus and concentrate on getting the book read. Now give me a couple of minutes. Okay, I am back. Now I'm trying to see how you set up to where when you're starting a new chapter, you can bookmark it. Um, we're gonna start right here. 5 minutes and 5 minutes and 55 seconds in. We're gonna start on the introduction. Life is to be Life is a game to be played. You'll either play or get played. Those are your only two options. Priscilla Clark. It's not a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between caring and not giving a fuck. Introduction. In the wake of an ever changing reality in the area of male and female relationship dynamics, it has become evident there is a need for a reality check. It doesn't take a genius to see the setup. Let me get my mic situated, child. It doesn't take a genius to see the steep decline in marriage and the drastic uptick in divorces over the past few decades. Even Stevie Wonder can see the toxicity that prevails in modern times between men and women. The rise of the manosphere has brought to the spotlight the angry, entitled, and envious male. The so called feminist movement has brought to the stage capable women who seek to achieve and demand recognition for their humanity. These energetic places create an inverse relationship between the two sexes. The driving force behind the disruption is the rapid changes taking place in society, in society. Although humans are creatures of habits, they are also creatures of pleasure and avoiders of pain. The current shifts in social, economic, and political infrastructure are creating unfamiliar, painful feelings in one sex and unfamiliar, pleasurable feelings in the other. Herein lies the problem. Society has long been under the artificial controls of patriarchy or patriarchal philosophy, a philosophy which deems the male to be of more importance and value than the woman. A philosophy which paints God in the image and likeness of a male, makes males superior to women, and women's job to cater to his every need. Submission is her role, and she is to allow man to do as he feels under the notion that men are natural leaders. Last but not least is philosophy which tells women to help men under the guise of God creating her to be his helpmate. Because of this indoctrination, women have endured emotional, educational, spiritual, financial, physical, and sexual destruction at the hands of men, at the hands of males. They have also endured the same destruction at the hands of other women who have been weaponized against them. Despite this evident reality across the globe, women are still lost and confused and bewildered with how to have meaningful and mutually beneficial relationships with men. The obvious has yet to register with them. They shouldn't be trying to have these relationships. A mutually beneficial relationship is one that is founded upon effective communication, balanced giving and receiving, and is emotionally and spiritually fulfilling. This type of functional relationship would be in a state of homeostasis, the tendency towards a relatively stable equilibrium between interdependent elements, especially as maintained by physiological process. However, women find themselves lost, confused, and bewildered in this department because they have often tried time and time again to do all that men have said they needed to do. Hold on, that threw me off. However, women find themselves lost, confused, and bewildered in this department because they have often tried time and time again to do all that men have said that they needed to do to achieve this state of homeostasis. Even in doing these things, they still feel themselves unfulfilled, drained, and questioning their own sanity. Why? What they fail to realize is that they are not in interdependent relationships at all. They are in codependent relationships. What you will soon realize is that relationships with males are rooted and founded upon codependency. They're not created to work. Codependency destroys homeostasis. Through 25 years of consistent experience as a student of life and 8 years of thorough introspection, connecting the dots from observation of the external world, I have come to understand that the world is out of natural order. I studied cell and molecular biology at Louisiana State University in Shreveport. Among the core curriculum was biostatistics, organic chemistry 1 and 2, biochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, genetics, algebra-based physics, calculus, and anatomy and physiology. Through this training, I learned a great deal about learning systemization, analysis, observation, theory, hypothesis, formulation, proper research, the structure and language of the planet, universe, and life. I was a high performing psychology and sociology student, naturally gifted in this area. I spent 8 years in the Army getting my commission as an officer. This training taught me the foundation of structure, systemization, following leadership, mental deconstruction, and reconstruction, organization, mobilization, planning, and execution. I also spent 10 plus years in sales and customer service, becoming top sales in each industry I worked. And this training gave me direct experience and knowledge of human psychology and behavior. As a former hip hop artist, I have spent time in the studio dealing with business and male psychology. And of course, this is a male dominated, and you have direct experience with how they think, feel, and behave in these environments. Each field I worked in was male dominated. I spent the majority of my life congregating with males. As a tomboy, most of my friends throughout life were male. I have also been in romantic relationships with them because they felt comfortable with me as a reflection of themselves. They revealed to me secrets about themselves that they would never reveal to everyday women. These experiences and field knowledge has given me a level of expertise on this topic. I have combined all of this wisdom and knowledge to create a big picture for you to see clearly. I conclude that women are disoriented with where they truly stand in relation to men. It is my belief that men are occupying a position on planet Earth that they were not naturally designed to occupy. Women have been lied to about the nature of men, their purpose in life, behavior, motives, and psychology. The sad thing is, women by far and large lack the desire to educate themselves on it. This desire to remain oblivious, foolish, and dismissive of male existence fuels apathy and male resentment of women. Women's belief systems about men have to be altered. Women are blamed for everything by the male because her current beliefs about males are destructive to the world, her children, and most importantly, herself. Though her oblivion and romanticized thought patterns are not organically her fault, she is still seen as the problem due to the nature of males seeing her as divine. Thus, the finger pointing. This oblivion also leads her to the point the finger this oblivion also leaves her to point the finger back at him. It's an endless cycle of chaos and commotion. All of this is the doing of patriarchal philosophies. Philosophies created by pillaging dominant white men. These men stripped women of their rights to autonomy in providing for themselves sexual freedom, resource control, equity in the job market, equal pay, and intellectual respect. They put males in her place, to run rampant with no controls except for those created by themselves. So eventually, as time progressed, women found themselves fighting for equality, all due to the illusion and belief that she was coming from behind him to prove she is just as human as he. Unbeknownst to her, she has stepped down from her true position and allowed the male possession of what was divinely meant for her. In her state of oblivion and delusion, she is begging for him to take her power. From the average male's perspective, who is not the creator of the patriarchy, she is seen as taking a step backwards to lower herself to his level. He sees this because he knows his true position is of worshiping women and being behind them. He cannot fathom why women would want to be like him or in his position. Subconsciously, the male knows that the woman is his superior. However, the woman does not know he sees her this way. She is also unaware that his conscious effort to speak of his superiority is only to shift her perception of reality. He does this because her false perception of reality boosts his ego and his sense of importance. You may ask, if he knows his true position is to be behind the woman, why won't he voluntarily kneel and submit to her? The answer is simple. Patriarchy did something most women have a difficult time doing. It stroked his ego and made him feel eternally important, valuable, and needed. Open your eyes and see that the patriarchy is a 180-degree flip of nature. Due to this flipping of nature by 1% who are in control, both the average male and the female are confused about why the behavior of each other persists in the manner in which it persists, and they are pointing the finger at each other when the ruling class is responsible for altering the reality to such a great extent. This confusion has caused great calamity in the world and mental destruction of both the male and the female. I write with I write this with the intention to reveal to the women the true nature of man, his intentions, and how his presence in her life affects her life as well as all life around her. I want to enlighten women on how to truly choose better. To get the most out of this book, it is imperative that you immerse yourself in the prerequisite, the 5 components of love. The 5 components of love teaches women what love truly is. The workshop, which accompanies it, shows and proves to women that men are incapable of love. When you understand that men are incapable of love, you will no longer drain yourself to get something out of them that they are not capable of giving you. You will also understand that men have a motive when they approach you, and that motive is not to love you, but to use you. It is my desire that women protect themselves from a lifetime of heartache and poor decision making. And in this book, I reveal 41 different types of men and what they pursue and use women for in addition. I will outline the personality types and provide the power tactics of each one. Get ready to choose better. P.S. Nature, which centers the woman as the head, is humanity's religion. Patriarchy and Abrahamic religions are man's religions, which center him to ensure his survival, as nature is not kind to him. To heal the world, we must return to Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and the Cosmic Mother. With love, sincerity, and care, Princella, the Queen Maker. Y'all, I'm so excited about reading this book. I never read introductions on book club. I leave the introductions to you all. I'm excited. I am going to go ahead and, instead of continuing, I'm gonna do a second video for chapter 1, and that way people who ain't into the introduction, they can just go ahead and skip to chapter 1. That was good. I did not know she went to school. It was my assumption that she was just a woman out here and been through a lot and she wrote a book. That puts her right there in a position of power because she's not just the average. She has studied these things. And like she say, experience is the best wisdom and the best teacher. And so we're gonna dive into chapter 1 next. We just finished 41 Shades of Men by Prince Seller, the Queen Maker. We did the introduction. I'm gonna end this video and then I'm gonna start another one, and we're gonna start on chapter 1. Peace.